have missed you. My name is Melanie. I will be guiding us through our practice. Thank you for Yoga LUX. That's it, Yoga LUX. For keeping us sane. Make sure you check in every day. They're doing multiple classes, yoga, HIIT, all that other crazy stuff that you people do. So check in. You'll need a mat today, so I hope you have one. If you usually use a strap, maybe grab a towel of some sort. If you usually use a block and you don't have that, a couple ideas. Cereal, box of cereal, great things. Kind of use as a block. I like golden grams, but this is a really good block here, as you can see, any level. So you don't have a box of cereal. If you're lucky enough, little Debbie snacks, zebra cakes. It's been a big hit in my family. Again, look at what a great block that is. So check that out. This I know you have. I know everybody has some of this. Some toilet paper. This is a 6-pack, so nice and high. Just make sure after this class when you're done, if you need to check in with friends and family and share some of this toilet paper, I see you. I know what you got. So grab what you need, and we will all meet back in the mat, child's pose. Take those knees as wide as you like. Hips to heels, torso between the thighs. And then draw the forehead to the mat. Really reach, extend those fingertips as far forward as you can. We'll close the eyes. Take a few moments here, maybe rock the forehead. Relax the jaw. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. You can move it around the mouth a few times. Let it settle in that space between the top and the bottom teeth. And as you draw your awareness into the shoulders, into the hips, release any tension here with a breath. Now on your own, take a few cleansing breaths. Nice full inhales through the nose. Long exhales out the mouth. Really let it go, sigh it out. Those inhales, fill that whole back side of the body, fill up with air. And as you exhale, try to soften through the front side. So you take a few more of those. Allow it all to release anything that won't serve you for the next 55, 60 minutes. And then as you become ready to seal the lips, start to move into your Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. This is the breath we use in this practice, our yogic breath. It'll keep you calm, connected. So as the mind starts to wander off, especially in these kind of crazy times, certainly practicing at home can be a big distraction in itself. Just return back to breath. Keep you present here on the mat, letting everything else release. Take a few more breaths. Ujjayi breath, nice deep full inhales. Make them long through the exhale. Take one more breath. And tuck the chin into the chest. Start to walk the hands in towards the knees. Draw the knees together. Uncurl one vertebrae at a time. Allow the head to come up last. Draw the shoulders down the back, sitting up nice and tall. Extend the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Your next inhale, arms up overhead as you reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to cactus arms. Keep the shoulders and elbows in one line. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the gaze. Sweep those arms forward. Tuck the chin in. Round it in as you're hollowing out the belly. Reach those arms up overhead, reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to those cactus arms. Try to kiss the shoulder blades together. Feel the collarbones broaden. And then sweep it forward, round it in, tuck the chin in, hollow out the belly. Reach those arms up overhead one more time, lengthen through the spine. Bring those arms down to the cactus arms. Try to kiss the shoulder blades together, arch through the spine. Sweep those arms forward, palms face each other, tuck the chin in, round it in. This time sweep those arms behind you, humble warrior grip. Hug the heels of the hands tightly together. Bring those hands to that right wrist, right hip, that right shoulder, right ear. Lift the gaze. Just a really easy, passive stretch here. Take one more breath. And bring that chin back to level. Reach those arms behind you. Release the grip. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Reach those arms forward, right arm under left. Cross and twist, back of the hands can meet. Maybe those palms meet. And then draw the elbows up to shoulder height, palms away from the face. Close the eyes. Draw that attention in towards the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Release those arms up overhead, reach up, stretch up. Arms down to cactus, arms lengthen through the spine. Take the gaze up, start to go a little bit deeper. Sweep those arms forward, tuck the chin in, round it in, haul out the belly. Sweep them behind you. Find that same grip. Goofy thumb, usually non-dominant thumb on top. Bring those fists to that left hip, left ear, left shoulder, lift the gaze. Maybe close the eyes. Soften the breath. Bring that shin back to level. Release those arms behind you. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Sweep those arms forward, left arm under right. Cross and twist. Again, back of the hands where palms meet. Then draw the elbows up to shoulder height. Draw the palms away from the face. Close the eyes. Allow the breath to flow freely. Take one more breath. Release those arms up, orbit. Reach up, stretch up. Start to reach, hinge, stretch it forward. A modification, a variation here, child's pose. Hips to heels. Extend fingertips forward. Start to draw the forehead to the mat. Close the eyes. Take 3 full breaths here. Maybe set an intention. Keep you focused here today. Warmer deep full inhale. Nice long slow exhale. Now tuck the chin into the chest, affirm the palms to the mat. Round it up, curl it up, hips off the heels. Press those hips towards the mat. Kind of a variation into like a high cobra. Just start to rock it back and forth. Next time those hips come to the right side, make a nice big half circle with the hips, hips to heels, that variation of child's pose. Forehead to the mat, 2 breaths. Tuck the chin in, round it up into that cat spine. Press the hips forward, draw the shoulders down the back. Rock it out a few times. Left, right, right, left. Next time those hips come to that left side, take that nice big half circle again, hips to heels, forehead to the mat, 2 breaths. Tuck the chin in, round it up. One more time, find that cat spine. And find a tabletop position. Fingers spread nice and wide. Find those shoulders under the wrists. Wrists under the shoulders. Tops of the feet can be to the mat. You can tuck the toes, whatever feels better. Extend that right leg nice and long behind you. Hip, knee, ankle in the same line. Flex or point the toes so that leg is nice and engaged. Reach the left arm forward. Bicep by the ear. Take a moment. Control the shakes. Control the wobbles. Take a nice deep full inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, tuck and curl, elbow to knee. Re-extend, reach out, stretch back, and tuck and curl. 3 more, your breath, your movement, nice and slow. There is no rush here. Find that last one. Extend everything out nice and long. Right leg lifts up a little bit higher. Left arm reaches up a little bit higher. Keep the right leg lifted. Left palm to the mat. Pivot those left toes behind you, modified side plank. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And keep that hip, knee, ankle in the same line. Hug everything here into the midline. This is a perfect place to stay. Want a little back bend here. Take a bend into the right leg. Reach back right hand. So you grab that foot or ankle. Rather than pulling the heel in towards the glute, kick the foot into the hand. Maybe take the gaze up. Without slingshotting that foot, slowly release. We'll meet back in modified side plank. Take a full cycle of breath. Keep that right leg lifted. Right palm to the mat. Pivot yourself back through center. Knee to nose. Tuck it in, round it in. Re-extend. Knee to nose. Re-extend. Knee to nose. Pause. Hold here. Lift the gaze. Slide the body forward. Stacking that right knee in front of the left. Slide it back. So we're sitting back onto the glutes. You want to stack the knees. You might look like this. You might look like this. Whatever feels good. Reach those arms up overhead. Lengthen through the spine. Reach up, stretch up. Extend those fingertips far forward. Walk those hands all the way over to the right. Notice that left glute. Probably wants to lift off the mat. Energetically draw it a little bit closer. Take one more deep full inhale. It's a long, slow exhale. Rock those hands back through center. Affirm through the palms. Slide the body forward. Slide that right knee away from the left. Find that tabletop. Fingers spread nice and wide. Left leg long behind you. Flex, point the toes. Reach the right arm forward, bicep by the ear. Hug everything here into the midline. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Reach out, stretch back. Exhale, tuck and curl. 3 more, your breath, your movement. Find that last one. Extend everything out a little bit longer. Keep that left leg lifted. Right palm to mat. Pivot those right toes behind you. Modified side plank. Okay, stack the shoulders. And stay here. Take the bend into that left leg. Reach back. Feel that full opening. Whole left side of the body. Holding on to that foot, mindfully release. Come back to that modified side plank, full rich cycle of breath. Keep left leg lifted. Left palm to the mat, pivot yourself through center. Knee to nose. Re-extend, knee to nose. Re-extend, knee to nose, pause, hold here. Lift the gaze, slide the body forward. This time it's that left knee, we'll stack it in front of the right. Slide those hips back. Move those heels out of the way. Inhale, arms up, reach up, stretch up. Sweep those arms forward. Sweep them all the way over to the left. Close the eyes. You should feel an easeful stretch here. That IT band on that right side. And moving a little into that whole side body. One more breath. Slowly walk those hands back through center. Affirm through the palms, slide the body forward. Unwrap those legs. Find yourself in a tabletop. Find a breath. As you curl those toes, hips backing up, downward facing dog. Your first down dog here, whatever feels good. You can pedal the feet out. Shake the head, yes, no. Don't think about it too much. You eventually find that stillness. Find your down dog today. Hips are nice and high. Press the hamstrings behind you. Feeling that tension there, you can micro bend into the knees. Just keeping the hips nice and high. Fingers spread nice and wide. Relax the face. And breathe deeply here. Nice deep full inhale. Let it go on the exhale. Inhale the right leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Take a nice big hip roll here. You can add any additional movements. Big circles in with that knee. Roll out the ankle, wiggle the toes. Extend that right leg long behind you, 3-legged dog. Hip rolls down towards the mat. Take a full inhale. Exhale, step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Left foot to the outside of the left. Settle yourself in, yogi squat. You can take a few moments here, just kind of rock it out. And you eventually, arms to the inside of the legs, hands come to heart center. Just notice that you're not rounding all lazy like here. Draw the shoulders down the back. Close the eyes. Just breathe deeply into that dull, achy sensation into those hip flexors. Release those hands behind the back, humble warrior grip. Straighten through the legs, bring those feet parallel to each other, and forward fold. Tuck the chin into the chest, take that gaze behind you. Let those arms, hands hang overhead. Hold on to that grip, micro bend into the knees. Slow inhale to rise, stand up, reach those arms up, reach up, stretch up, push the hips forward. Belly button to spine, forward fold. Fingertips to the mat or to the shins, halfway lift, bring length, take the gaze forward. Plant the palms to the mat, and step it back, downward facing dog. Take a moment or two in this down dog. Pedal the feet out, whatever feels good. Find that stillness. Inhale, left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. Always honoring the difference in each side, so whatever feels good on this side, go for it. On that three-legged dog, left hip rolls down towards mat. Fingers spread nice and wide. Press the earth with the palms. Take a nice deep full inhale. As you exhale, step that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Right foot to the outside of the right. Find that yogi squat. This is pretty easy if you draw those feet a little more parallel to each other. If this is difficult, you can take them wider. And you find that those heels are off the mat. Perfect place to sit on that roll of toilet paper. Find a breath. Release those arms behind the back. Find that humble warrior grip, straighten the legs, bring the feet parallel to each other, forward fold. Drop the head, maybe shake the head, yes, no. Micro bend into the knees. Hold on to that grip. Slow inhale to rise. Press the hips forward. Reach the arms up. Lengthen. Reach up. Stretch up. Forward fold to release. Halfway lift to lengthen. Palms to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Find that top of a push-up position. Find that strong alignment. Find that breath. Hips and shoulders in the same line. So notice you're not dumping the hips down towards the mat. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Take the gaze a little bit more forward rather than tucking the chin into the chest. Nice deep full inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga, elbows close to the body. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And hips back and up, downward facing dog. Take 3 full rich cycles of breath. Nice deep full inhales. How long can you make the exhales? Relax the jaw. And inhale the right leg up. Bring the knee to the nose. Tuck it in, round it in. Re-extend. Knee to nose. Re-extend. Knee to nose. Pause, hold here. And step it all the way through. Bringing that left knee to the mat. So find a supported lunge. So track that right hip behind you. Notice you're not sitting onto that left knee. Try to get that left leg as long as you can behind you. And sweep the arms up overhead. Draw the shoulders down the back. As you inhale, reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to cactus arms, lengthen through the spine. Take the gaze up, arch through the spine. Inhale back to center, arms up, reach up. Right hand comes to the hip. Reach and stretch, left arm up and over. Draw that right shoulder more forward. Lift the gaze. Really reach it, stretch it, sweep left fingertips all the way through center. Left fingertips to the mat, right arm reaches up. Take the gaze up. Cactus through that right arm, lengthen. Reach that right arm forward. Circle sweep it all the way through center, right fingertips to the mat. Straighten through right leg, half splits. There's forehead to knee, forehead to shin here. This is causing a lot of strain into the hamstring. Just micro bend into the knee. If you need a little bit more, flex more through the toes. close the eyes. Notice the breath. Nice deep full inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stretch a little bit deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Mount back through that right foot. Left palm to the mat. Little lunge twist. Tuck those back toes. Left knee comes off the mat. Right arm reaches up. Take the gaze up. Stack the shoulders. Stay deep into the lunge of the right leg. Left hip comes higher. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Right hand inside of the foot. Draw yourself through center. Bring those feet with you. Hello. This is a little unfortunate. Close the eyes. You can grab the outsides of the feet, the big toes, whatever suits you here. You can grab opposite elbows. And I was micro bend here into the knees. That'll release the hamstrings. Release what you have. Fingertips under the shoulders, lengthen, lean forward, gaze forward. Pivot yourself towards the left toes. Shorten that stance. Taking a variation in pyramid pose. Stay high on the ball mounds of that back foot. Left hip back, right hip forward, forward fold. Forehead to knee, forehead to shin. Extending crown of the head towards that left foot. You get that heel on top of the toes. Gives you a little length, extra sensation here. Take one more breath. Next inhale, halfway lift. Step right foot to left and forward fold. Lift all 10 toes up, neck belly sucked in, root rise, arms up, reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to cactus, arms lengthen through the spine, push the hips forward. Inhale, arms up. Belly button to spine, forward fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. Palms to the mat, step, jump, float it back. Find your vinyasa. We will meet in downward facing dog. You can always skip your vinyasa. You can take it supported with the knees to the mat. If you find yourself a cocktail when we do vinyasas, whatever you got to do. This is just water, I swear. Inhale that left leg up. Bring the knee to the nose, tuck it in, round it in. Re-extend. Knee to nose. Re-extend. Knee to nose, pause, hold here. Step it all the way through. That right knee comes to the mat. Set yourself up, that right leg nice and long behind you, deep lunge into the left. Arms up overhead. Draw the shoulders down the back. Feel the length through the sides of the body. Reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to the cactus arms. Take the gaze up. Inhale back to center, arms up. Left hand to the hip. Reach and stretch right arm up and over. Keep the torso square, so bring the left shoulder more forward. Reach it, stretch it, go sweep those right fingertips all the way to the mat. Left arm reaches up, take the gaze up. Cactus through that left arm. Reach and extend. Circle sweep, left fingertips all the way through center. Straighten through that left leg, forward fold. Honor the differences in each side. Learn to listen to your inner compass. What feels good? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stretch a little bit deeper. Inhale to lengthen. Reaffirm back through that left palm, low lunge twist. Right palm to the mat, left arm reaches up. Take the gaze up. Start to twist the upper body back. And just straighten long through that right leg. Even higher on the ball mounds of that back foot. And you reach it up, stretch it up. Left hand to the inside of that foot. Draw yourself through center. Bring the feet with you. And whatever feels good, outsides the feet, the big toes. Maybe extend fingertips behind you. You want to find yourself upside down. Go for it. Maybe scoot your mat up against the wall. And have about 3, 4, 5 full rich cycles of breath. wherever you're at. Take one more deep full inhale. Nice long slow exhale. Slowly draw those fingertips under the shoulders, halfway lift to length. Pivot yourself towards those right toes. Shorten through that stance. Stay high in the ball mounds of that back foot. Forward fold. Extending crown of the head towards the top of that right foot. And breathe deeply into the whole back side of the body, especially that right hamstring. Halfway lift to lengthen. Step left toes next to right, forward fold. Lift all 10 toes off the mat. Belly sucked in, root your eyes. Arms up, reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to cactus arms. Push the hips forward, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, arms up. Belly button to spine, forward fold. Halfway lift. Palms to the mat, step, jump, float it back. Find your vinyasa. Find your breath here. We will meet in downward facing dog. Nice deep full inhales. Much longer, slower exhales. Inhale that right leg up. Need to know, pause, tuck it in, hold here. Slowly step it all the way through. Stay high in the ball mounds of that back foot. Deep into the lunge of that right leg. Place the hands to the hips. Draw that right hip behind you. Left hip comes more forward. And then inhale, arms up. Draw the shoulders down the back. Bring length through the spine, through the sides of the body. As you inhale, reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms down to cactus arms. Push the hips forward. Lift the gaze. Sweep those arms behind you, airplane arms. Palms will face down. Straighten through that left leg a little bit longer. Extend the fingertips a little bit longer. Maintain the integrity of that lunge. Just open up. Warrior two. Nice long stance. Heel to heel, heel to arch alignment. That long stance will let you lunge fully into that right leg. As you ground down outside of that back foot, inside of the front. Arms are spread nice and wide. Close the eyes. So even as this posture becomes more challenging, where can you soften? What can you let go of? It's always something that doesn't serve you here. Take one more breath. Stay deep into that lunge. Just reach the arms up overhead. Take a bend into that left arm. That right hand kind of opens up through that left shoulder. Press the back of the head into that crease there. Close the eyes. So you feel that opening through the shoulder, you want to go deeper. You can take full cow face. That's drawing that right arm behind the back. Maybe those hands will clasp behind. Take one more breath. As you mindfully release, find a side stretch. Reach that right arm back and up. There's little to no weight into those left fingertips. Maybe take a half bind. Feel that full stretch right side of the body. Keep that length, keep that stretch. Straighten through the front leg. Stretch a little bit deeper, reverse triangle. Draw yourself back through center arms, come parallel. Pivot right toes to be parallel to the left. Belly button to spine. Mindfully just come halfway down. So extend the hips behind you. Same time, one more weight forward on the ball mounds of the feet. Arms are nice and level. Nice flat back. Slowly count to 5 in your head. Lower yourself all the way down. Use those fingertips, hits the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze with you up towards the ceiling. Try to stack the shoulders. And always stay here, take a half bind. Reach that left arm behind the back. Reach for the inside of that right hip. Draw a little more weight to the outside of the right foot. Take a nice deep full inhale. Long on the exhale. As you release, fingertips under the shoulders, halfway lift. Pivot yourself towards those left toes. Left hand 6 inches forward to the left foot. Spring off that foot, half moon pose. And start trying to stack the hips. Left hip on top of the right. Right leg nice and long. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. You can micro bend into that left leg, gives you a little more support. Maybe find a block or a prop underneath those left fingertips. Can you open up a little bit more Perfect place to stay. Also find sugar cane pose. Take a bend into the right leg. Reach back right hand. Grab that foot or ankle. Again, rather than pulling the heel in towards the glute, kick the foot into the hand. Take one more breath. You are holding onto that foot without slingshotting it. Slowly release. Long meet into that half moon shape. Fingertips to the mat, standing splits. Tuck the chin in, let it go. Take that gaze way behind you. Draw that right hip down towards mat rather than up towards the ceiling. Your next inhale, halfway lift. Your exhale, Shiva squat. Take a bend into both knees. So that right knee will come behind that left calf. You can modify by bringing those right toes to the mat. And draw one or both hands to heart center. Find that drishti about 4 feet in front of you. Take a full breath here. Step the feet together, chair pose. Keep those hands to heart center. More weight goes back onto the heels. Can you lift all 10 toes? Draw the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Tip of left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Take a gaze at those knees. Tendency is that left knee comes forward. Get it in line with the right. Maybe take those arms wide. Maybe take a bind. Take one more deep full inhale, sit down a little bit lower. Full long exhale. Stay deep into that chair, arms up, reach up, stretch up. Forward fold, release. Halfway lift gives you some length. Palms to the mat, step, jump, float it back. Find your vinyasa, we will meet in downward facing dog. So you find yourself in down dog, close the eyes. Take a nice deep full inhale through the nose, fill the lungs up. So you exhale, open mouth, let it go, sigh it out. Take 2 more on your own, just like that. Cleansing breaths. Release anything that doesn't serve you. And seal the lips. Move back to Ujjayi breath. Inhale the left leg up. Bring the knee to the nose, tuck it in, round it in, pause, hold here. Step it all the way through. Stay high in the ball mounds of that back foot. Deep into the lunge of that left leg. Place those hands to the hips. Left it back, right hip forward. And inhale, arms up. Draw the shoulders down the back. Lengthen through the sides of the body, not just dumping into the hips. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Bring those arms to cactus arms. Lengthen through the spine, lift the gaze. Sweep it back into those airplane arms. Palms face down. Extend fingertips nice and long. Lunge a little bit deeper into that left leg. Open up, warrior 2. So you pivot that back foot to 90. Ground down outside of the back foot. Right leg is nice and long. Inside of that front foot, lunge deeply into that left. Those arms nice and wide. Shoulders drop down the back. Close the eyes. Feel your breath. Trying about this time, it starts to elevate a little bit more. Adding more movement into the body, more strength here into the legs. Sweep those arms up overhead as you reach up, stretch up. Take a bend into that right. Left hand guides that right elbow behind. You can stay here. You can take that full cow face, wrapping that left arm behind you. Press the back of the head into that crease there, into the elbows. Close the eyes. Three full breaths. Relax the jaw. Get out of your head. Find a place that feels good. And release into that side stretch. Reach that left arm back and up. Get a little to no weight into those right fingertips. Maybe take that half bind. Keep that length, that stretch. Straighten through the front leg and then stretch a little bit deeper. Draw yourself back through center. Arms come parallel. Pivot left, toes to right. Reach the arms up overhead. Keep the biceps by the ears. Belly button to spine. Slowly, mindfully, forward fold. Just come halfway down. So this is less about momentum, all about that core strength. Notice if those arms are dipping, reach them back up. Press the hips behind you. Find some breath. Maybe smile. It's almost over. Mindfully slow count to 5 in your head. Lower yourself all the way down. Fingertips under the shoulders. Halfway lift to lengthen. Right arm reaches up. Take the gaze up. Try to stack the shoulders. Maybe take a half bind. A little more weight goes to the outside of the left foot. Take full, rich breaths here. Release fingertips under the shoulders, halfway lift. Pivot yourself towards those right toes. Right hand 6 inches forward to that right foot. Spring off that foot, half moon pose. And try to stack the hips. Left hip on top of the right so that torso is nice and open rather than collapse down towards the mat. Left leg is nice and long behind you. Extending that whole left side of the body up towards the ceiling. Stay here. Find that sugar cane pose. Take a bend into the left. Reach back. Continuously kick the foot into the hand. Take in sugar cane pose. Means back into half moon. And when released to standing splits. Tuck the chin in. Let it go. Left leg is nice and long. Next inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, Shiva squat. Take a bend into both knees. Left knee behind right calf. Then you can modify by bringing those left toes to the mat. And draw one or both hands to heart center. Hug everything here into the midline. Notice you're not rounding those shoulders forward. Keep those hands to heart center. Step the feet together, chair pose. Sit down nice and low. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Tip of right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And it's time to take that right knee behind you. And take those arms wide. Sit down even lower wherever you're at. Maybe take a bind. Stay deep into that chair. Sweep those arms up, reach up. Forward folds, release. Halfway lift to lengthen. Palms to the mat, step, jump, float it back. Find your vinyasa. Find a breath here. Close the eyes. Let it go. Take 3 full cleansing breaths. Once you're in down dog. Nice and deep. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale out the mouth, really let it go. Allow it to release. Seal the lips. Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. We're going to find ourselves in a high plank by starting by rounding through the low spine, middle spine, upper spine. Push it forward into high plank. Tuck the chin and round from the upper spine, middle spine, lower spine, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Again, start to round, low spine, middle spine, upper spine. Push it forward into high plank. Upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. Push it back, down dog. One more time, we'll pause in that high plank. Spine is nice and long, fingers are spread nice and wide. Close the eyes. Find that strength here through the body. Relax the jaw. Nice slow count to 5 in your head. Lower yourself all the way down. Elbows stay close to the body. You need more support, just bring the knees to the mat. Once you get here, untuck those toes. Tops of the feet to the mat. Bring those fingertips to just outside the mat. Exhale all the breath. Press through the fingertips. Draw the shoulders down the back. Length through the spine. Take a full exhale to release. Next inhale, press through those fingertips. Draw the shoulders down the back, start to go a little bit deeper. Full exhale to release. Last one. Full exhale to release. Let it go. Slide it back. In the embryo pose, knees and feet stay together. Hips to heels, reach the arms behind you, palms face up, forehead to the mat. You can rock that forehead a few times. Take one more breath here. Tuck the chin in, uncurl one vertebrae at a time. Allow the head to come up last. Draw the shoulders down the back. Extend crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Rise up onto the knees, hips off of the heels. Reach the arms up overhead. Bring the left arm under the right. Find that eagle wrap. Again, back of the hands or palms can meet. Step the right foot forward. Find that right leg into a 90-degree angle. We're going to find ourselves here in full eagle pose. Take a nice deep full inhale. Go through the exhale. Stay deep into the lunge up to that right leg. Slowly wrap left leg over right. Cross and twist. Sitting down nice and low. Spine is nice and long. You're not rounding or leaning forward. And you can kick to stand to start to float. Just draw that left hip behind you. Sit down a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower. Take one more breath. Slowly and mindfully as you came into this pose, we will unwrap our body. Find ourselves in revolved half moon. Left hand 6 inches forward to the right foot. Right arm reaches up. Left leg is long behind you. Find some breath here. Stack the shoulders. Maybe lift the gaze. Take one more breath. Step the feet together, forward fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. I really wanted to put a chair pose in there just now. You're welcome. Forward fold a little bit deeper. Halfway lift to lengthen. Palms to the mat. Step it back, high plank. And flow through your vinyasa. Full rich cycle of breath. Nice deep full inhale. Let it go on the exhale. Seal the lips, you dry breath. And go into that rounding kind of high plank, down dog, cat cow. Round from the low spine, middle spine, upper spine. Push it forward, high plank. Tuck the chin in, round from the upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. Hips back and up, down dog. 2 more. Find the breath here. Slow it down. You take that last one, we will meet in high plank and pause. Close the eyes. Find that breath here, belly button to spine. Slow count of 5 in your head, lower yourself all the way down. Again, use those knees for support if you like. Find yourself all the way, untuck the toes. Reach those arms down by the side, palms face down. Exhale all the breath. Lift everything off the mat. Those legs are off the mat. Chest is lifted. Sweep those arms behind you. Lift everything up a little bit higher. Take a full exhale to release. Take those palms, those hands, make a pillow for the forehead. Close the eyes. To bring that chin back to the mat, we'll take one more round here, this time with a different grip, that humble warrior grip. Tuck the heels of the hands together. Already start by getting the hands off of the glutes. Exhale all the breath. Lift everything off the mat. So use that hand grip to open up through the chest. Full exhale to release. Release those fingertips. Slide it back, embryo pose. 3 breaths here. Slow it down. Let it go. Tuck the chin in, uncurl one vertebrae at a time. Allow the head to come up last, draw the shoulders down the back. Rise those hips off of the heels. Sweep the arms up, reach up. Send right arm under left. Cross and twist, find the grip that serves you best. Set that left foot forward. Find that 90-degree angle. You know where we're going from here. Draw those elbows up to shoulder height. Take a full cycle of breath. Then slide that right leg over left. Cross it and twist. Then you can kickstand, float, go for that full wrap. Sit down nice and low. Spine is nice and long. Relax the jaw, sit down a little bit lower. Draw that right hip behind you, sit down a little bit lower. Nice and slow, unwrap yourself, revolve, half moon pose. Right hand 6 inches forward to the left foot. Right leg long behind you, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Can you get that hip, knee, ankle in the same line? Maybe lift the gaze. Take one more nice deep full inhale. Lengthen long through the exhale. Step the feet together, forward fold. Shake the head yes, shake it no, pedal the feet out, whatever feels good. Halfway lift to lengthen, lean forward, gaze forward. So you step that left foot behind you, bring the knee to the mat. Pivot to the outside of that right foot. Sole of that foot is out. Open up through the hip. And use that right hand to open up. Maybe rock it out. Want a little stretch into that left quad. Take a bend into the left leg. Reach back to that right hand. Pull the heel in towards the glute. Keep holding onto the foot without slingshotting as you release. And slide that right foot all the way over to the left side of the mat. Set yourself up. Half pigeon. Try to get that right calf as parallel to the front. Less important that shape. More importantly, feeling an easeful stretch into that right hip flexor. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Stay here. Maybe forward fold. Certainly close the eyes. Let it go. And breathe deeply into those hip flexors. Take one more breath. Release yourself. Press up through those palms. Curl those back toes. Lift the hips off the mat. And step it back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. And step those feet about the width of the mat. Affirm the palms into the mat. Take a nice deep full inhale. You can jump it forward or step it forward directly into that yogi squat we did at the beginning of practice. Rock it out. Hands come to heart center. Again, see what feels good. Maybe those feet come a little closer, a little more parallel. Maybe start to use those elbows, press the thighs further apart. Take one full, rich cycle of breath. Notice how different this feels than that first one of your practice. Just release fingertips to the mat. Straighten the legs. Feet come parallel. Drop the head. Let it go. Halfway lift to lengthen. It's time to step that right foot behind you. Knee comes to the mat. Open up through that left foot. And you can use that left palm. Now that quad stretch. Take a bend into the right. Reach back with the left. Pull that heel in towards the glute. Try to keep a twist. So you're not collapsing, rounding yourself forward. Slingshotting that foot, slowly release it. Find yourself in a half pigeon, whatever that looks like for you. Sliding that left foot over to the right. Extending right leg long behind you. Stay lifted. Maybe forward fold. Close the eyes wherever you're at. Let it all go here. All the hard work is over. You're about to enter into the best part of your practice. Just take a moment here in this posture, in this shape. Let go of anything else. Just knowing you want to enter that savasana, that last posture, with as much clarity. Letting go of all that gunk so you can fully enjoy the posture. One more breath. This time to release. Press up through the palms. Curl those back toes. Roll onto that left hip. Slide that right leg in front of you. Draw soles of the feet to the mat. Bring yourself to the center of the mat. If you're not there already, arms reach forward, palms face each other. Full inhale. Exhale, slowly roll down. One vertebra at a time. Allow the head to be the last thing to go. You're using more strength here, less momentum. If you find yourself on the back, happy baby. Arms to the inside of the legs. Grab the outsides of the feet, the big toes. Draw the tailbone to the mat so you're not lifting off of the mat. The tailbone stays to the mat. You can take that sway. Nice smiling faces here. These are happy babies. Hamstrings are nice and warmed up. You can try to bring a big toe to either side of the head. Think capital letter V. Nice time with those happy faces to send some good energy. It's really everyone around the world, everyone who is affected by this coronavirus. Send some good energy to Fortis and Yoga Lux. Thank you guys so much for really sponsoring all of these classes. You guys make sure you look on their schedule. They're doing multiple classes every day. There's no excuse. We cannot lose our sanity. And draw the soles of the feet together. Bring those feet, legs down to the mat. Supine butterfly pose. It is left hand to the belly, right hand to the heart. Close the eyes. Need a deeper stretch here. Draw the heels closer in towards the groin. If that's too intense, just pull it further away. Breathe into that sensation, this final stretch here. Take a nice deep full inhale through the nose, fill the lungs up. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. Take another deep full inhale through the nose, fill the lungs up. As you exhale, open mouth, let it go. Take one more full inhale through the nose, fill the lungs up all the way to the top. Take one more sip. Take one more sip and hold it. Sigh it all out. Stay here in this shape as long as you like. Eventually finding your shape for your final Savasana. Take the legs nice and long, arms long, eyes closed. The best part of your practice, that's really why we do all of this stuff, is to find some clarity, some quiet in the mind, some stillness in the body, some depth in the breath. So allow everything to release. Starting with that breath, return back to its own natural rhythm, more depth, more softness. You don't need to control it or change it anymore. Allow the body full relaxation. Allow the hips to draw heavy into the mat. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Relax the jaw. Maybe stick the tongue out a few times. Feel the body go heavy, melting into the mat. And eventually the mind will follow. It will grow still. Often we think of Savasana as a waste of time. You'll find the longer you can lay here in this peace and this quiet, those layers of resistance will start to fade away, fall away. You might be thinking about all those things that you have to do next. Just knowing that this time here, creating this quiet here, will make whatever comes next that much easier, much more enjoyable. Leave you here in your Savasana for as long as you want. Maybe you'll fall asleep, get a little nap, wake up in time for Emily's deep stretch class at 4:15. Guys, thank you so much. It's good to be back. It's good to see each and every one of you. Thank you for letting me into your homes. Thank you for this. Namaste.